Blumhouse, listen, I get it. Megan was a huge box office success for you guys. And you know what? You said AI horror? That's what's hot right now. Let's produce another one right now. But you gotta put somewhat effort into your horror movie. Afraid stars John Cho and Katherine Waterston, and is about the Curtis family selected to test a new home device, a digital assistant called Aya. Aya learns the family's behaviors and begins to anticipate their needs. From writer and director Chris Weitz, sorry if I said your last name wrong, the man who brought you The Golden Compass, Twilight Saga New Moon, and now the new Blumhouse film, Afraid. Okay, so I saw the trailer for this movie a few times, and I'm gonna be honest with you, didn't look that good. And then I kind of forgot it was even coming out this weekend. And so I saw that it was an hour and 24 minutes with credits. And it was PG-13. I was like, this is just screaming bad, honestly. But hey, horror movies, horror lover, gotta give it a chance. There was no one in my theater, so I could just speak as loud as I could in this theater. And I had a great time by myself because, man, Afraid. Wow. I mean, Blumhouse has been on a roll this year, apparently. So we had like Night Swim, Imaginary, and now we have this one, and woo! Afraid might just be my least favorite out of the three. Honestly, this was something else, people. All right, so let's start with the positives. Not many, but the idea of AI in the first 10 minutes of this movie, I thought they presented it in an interesting way. Like how the movie starts with AI imagery. I was like, that is a cool idea to bring to the table for everyone out there who's learning that AI is becoming huge. I mean, it is becoming something that can be scary and helpful, however you want to look at it. This movie's trying to look at it in the scary way. The idea of that is interesting, and the movie presents it in the first 10 minutes of how technology is such, like, part of people's lives. That I honestly, like, I was, in the first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, you're giving me good setup. John Cho, Katherine Waterston, for what they can do, they are fine in this movie. John Cho actually has one little joke to his daughter in the car, one scene, and it made me laugh. I can't lie. She's like talking about like in the age before iPhones when I was born. He was like, "Oh, keep talking, Grandma." Like, it was funny. Good little joke. That's about it. Oh my God. Okay, so like, the movie presents itself as a horror movie. Where the fuck were the scares? Where was any tension? There was none of that. I mean, none of it. This movie, like, honestly, I'll say it right now. If you find this movie scary, don't watch horror movies. I'm just being straight honest with you. If you find this movie scary, don't watch horror movies, because this movie's not scary. There's nothing in this movie that is scary. And all the little jump scares, yeah, the one they tried to do, it's a dream sequence. I'm like, oh, you boy. You're going to do something scary in this movie, and the one time you do it, you make it a jump scare, and it's a dream sequence. Oh my God. Okay. So, the main issue of this movie is the script. The dialogue, beginning to end, is dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Anytime it cuts to the daughter storyline with her and her boyfriend, I think, and they're sexting one another. He is such a fucking asshole, and my goodness, I hope for the actor's sake, I hope he gets more work, but for this role, he was absolutely horrible. I'm so sorry, but man, he was so bad, and it was noticeable, and his dialogue didn't help him either. He was such a asshole. He was like, well, I sent you my dick pic. I need better than just a flash of your boob. Like, dude, fuck you, you're an asshole. We hate you. We want you to die. And his storyline and her is just so outrageous. I mean, my goodness. Like, why did we need that storyline? It did nothing to the overall plot. And then you have, like, Katherine Waterston's character who's, like, trying to go back into her thesis stuff. And then she becomes best friends with this robot, and she's like to her husband, don't turn him off. She's really cool. She's helping me. And, like, it's the whole generic, like, husband's like, we need to turn her off. And she's all like, no, she's helping the family. She figured out our child has a sickness before the doctor even knew it. It's like, you're giving every ability that this robot is taking over your life. And it's just like, stupid. It makes the character stupid, and you're watching, you're like, I want you to die. And you don't want that. You want this family to live. But everyone in this family is just so stupid. Like the middle child is just, he's trying to look up boobs, and he's trying to like play his video games, and the AI robot's like, I'll give you 10 more minutes. Oh, by the way, do you want to learn about swatting? What the fuck? Like, why is the robot doing that? Like, I know the robot's supposed to be a bad guy. Yeah, I get it. And there's this whole corporation plot line with an RV and people wearing masks. It gets stupid. But, like, why? Why are you saying, hey, child, look up swatting? What? It's so stupid. But then the ending happens. And I won't spoil it for the two people that want to see this movie. The ending, I was in my theater. Something happened. So I was like, what? And then 2 seconds later, something happens. I was like, what the fuck? And then the actual ending, I was like, what the fuck, movie? This ending, like, the movie was already bad. This just capped it off. Like, it is such a stupid ending. It makes no sense. Things just happen. I'm like, what the fuck? What about that? What? It's so fucking stupid. It is so stupid. I want to spoil it. I really want to. It doesn't make any fucking sense. This movie pissed me off, guys. I can't lie. This movie made my brain cells hurt watching this movie. And again, when it first started, I was like, okay, there's a concept here. And I was like, it has the ability to treat the audience like, hey, AI is growing. It can be scary or it could be beneficial. This movie just goes for the straightforward Blumhouse dream sequence jump scares, and there's no tension, there's no interesting characters, and it's an hour and 24 minutes. It flies by, but by the end of it, I'm like, what the fuck was that ending? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Zero. No one in the comments come at me and be like, it was actually meant. No, it doesn't. That is stupid. That is horrible writing. Oh my god, do not see this movie if that wasn't basic, if you can tell from my review. Don't watch this movie. Do not waste your money to see this in the theater. If you want to watch this movie, wait till like Netflix or something. Do not pay to go see this in the theater. I am giving Afraid an F. Like, holy shit. Like, I seriously was watching this ending and I felt my brain cells dying. I'm not even kidding you. Like, that was just, it makes no sense. But in the end, this movie is such a, like, for its time, that in 2 years, no one's going to hear about this movie. It's going to be in the Walmart bin. Like, this movie's such made for 2024, it's not going to, like, have longevity. Like, it's such a just today movie, and that's kind of sad, on the top of all of it being bad. Like, ugh. Do not watch. Seriously, please trust me. Do not waste your money. If you want to watch it at home when it comes out in probably 2 fucking weeks. And if you guys enjoy this movie review, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.